Hello everybody, it's BigMan12 here, and today we are on some What We Buildin'. It has been so long since I've done an episode, so I figured I'd hop on and bust one out for you guys. That sounded so inappropriate, and I apologize. But yeah, so this is what we're building. It's this little rustic house, farmhouse, and it's a little overgrown. The materials we're going to be using today are oak wood logs, red stained clay, red brick, oak wood planks, oak wood stairs, spruce wood stairs, oak wood slabs, and spruce wood slabs. We got a lot of oak and spruce, but it really adds for a nice rustic texture. So let's get started. Okay guys, here we go. First block, boom, one log. Actually, we're going to make this 3 high. We're going to put 3 red stained clay right in between like that, and then put another 3 logs up. Then you're going to want to count a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, and then put more logs, and then just finish it off like that. Jeez, I can't even jump right now. What's going on? Maybe I should just fly. Okay, so if you're in creative mode like I am, just stack the walls up and then punch the windows out. If you're in survival mode, you know, of course you could do it like that. I just do this for, you know, efficiency. But yeah, so this little house, I build this all the time in survival mode. I put it in like a plains biome or something. It just looks like a nice little farmhouse. It looks pretty cool, especially when you do the rustic look. Now for the rustic look, I do the red stained clay with bricks. Now if you wanted to do something else with like a different color and like wood, that could work, but you know, play around with it, figure out your own cool ways. If you find a really cool way, take a picture of it and send it to me on Twitter, or just, you know, leave a link to the video in the description, in the comments, my bad. And then yeah, and I would love to see some of your guys' designs that you come up with, because it truly is, this is truly customizable. But like for the randomization, a lot of people have trouble with this, I think, and I find myself having trouble with it sometimes, but I just pick what would look natural. You know, I think of a house that's like a brick house that's just, you know, decaying, and I think of like the paint peeling away, and I see the brick, and like I just try to get an image in my head of what I want to if I can get the words out, of what I want it to look like, and then I just try my best to make it look like that. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's too much. But like, so this is generally, yeah, I like this. This looks pretty good. So I'll leave that. Okay, and now for the roof. Let's come up here. None of those went the right way. Across like this. You want them laid down like that, so all you can see is that bark texture. So it gives it a more realistic type of look to it, like a log laid down. And then you want to take oak planks and line them in here like this, because this is going to be your ceiling. And then up here, put red on the ends, and then a line of oak. And then we're going to randomize this a little bit too. We're going to put some spruce in here, but for now, just, you know, fill it in with oak. And then we'll get to the spruce in a minute. So right now, this is what the general house is going to look like. But I like to do spruce, and I don't really have a pattern or anything for doing this. I just put it in wherever I feel best, and I have a kind of an idea of like, I want it to look weathered, you know? Like the wood used to look like this, but now it's like kind of rotted or like wet, you know? It's kind of falling apart. And I really think that looks cool. It gives it a little bit of character, and it really makes it pop, I guess. So yeah, that is basically going to be what the house will look like. We'll add a little bit of detail towards the end of the video, but then for the floor in here, I just put all oak down, just like the roof, and then implement some spruce into the floors, just like this. I'll put some over here, maybe one right here. Yeah, like I'll boost this back. Yeah, like this looks pretty good. I like this. Okay. So now, oh, actually, we're going to do some bushes. So I like to put logs underneath because it makes it look kind of like roots, and it really gives this cool effect because since it is a kind of weathered old house, I would like it to have like an overgrown landscape. So if you put like one log down, and then you put leaves on the outside, it kind of looks like this is the roots, and the leaves are actually growing so out of control and so far off from where it's supposed to be that it gives it a little bit more detail. I mean, a lot of people probably won't notice it, but it makes me feel good, so I do it. Grab these. Okay, so we're gonna put a little overhang here. Oops. Over the front door, so kind of like a porch type thing. So it kind of, you know, gives it that effect. And since it is an older house, I'm not going to use glass. I'm going to use fence posts in the windows, just as like an older type house, you know, way back. And yeah, so that looks good. Next things next, I'm going to grab next things next. Wow, that was really good. I'm going to grab some oak leaves, some hay bales, flower pots, a dead bush, and some tall grass. So, first things for the bushes, I just go all out with these things. Like, just crazy. Just make them look ridiculously overgrown. Just nuts. So, back here is going to be like, just wild. Bushes gone crazy. Yeah. That looks really good. And then over here we'll go up and over and all this. Yeah, alright. So this looks really overgrown, like the bushes have just taken over. And then another thing I like to do is I like to put tall grass in front of all the blocks, like all the leaf and like house blocks. So it kind of, you know, like if you see an abandoned house and you see the weeds growing up, they tend to grow up against the house and like up the bushes and stuff like that. So that's what I'm trying to give that feeling of. Like there's weeds growing up against the house and like up on the bushes, so it just looks abandoned almost. Then, oh, I didn't even put the door on. Then you're gonna grab some gravel, put the door just like that, gravel, just to make kind of like a front doorstep type thing. It just breaks up the texture since there is a lot of green, so it just breaks up the texture a little bit. And then over here, almost done. Finishing touch, I like to do this. This part is probably a little more difficult for for a lot of people. It took me a while to try and come up with a cool design to like make this look good, I guess, for like a pile of wheat. And in my eyes, I still think like I do not do a good job at this. So it's totally on preference. It's on how you feel about it. If you like it, that's fine. But if you don't, work on it, you know, try to break up some pieces, try to make it look like just a pile of wheat. And yeah, so I guess this will work for me. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And now I put a flower pot with a dead bush in it. Just like, you know, he was trying to grow a plant and just forgot about it. Then I put the tall grass around all of this as well. And yeah. So this is pretty much the house. You know, it's pretty basic. It doesn't take a lot of supplies. I understand the clay could be hard to get, but it only takes like less than half a stack if I'm not mistaken. The bricks can be a little hard to get, but like you saw, you only need a couple. You know, bushes, they're a little harder to get, like the leaves. Hay bales, to get this many hay bales in survival, like, it takes quite some time, but for the design purpose, I feel like it's worth it. It's not necessary, like, you could go completely without that, but in a future video, I'll show you how to make a barn that goes with this, that I build with this, so it's kind of like a house and barn combination. And another thing you could do in the backyard, oh yeah, we could do like a little fire pit type thing, because I've done this and it looks pretty cool. I think it's like this, and then I really don't like to use netherrack, but I just put it down there for the functionality purpose. But then I put a coal block up top, so it's kind of like burnt out ash. And then let me just grab, oh, and this is a chair design that I came up with that looks pretty good. So you put your stone slabs down like this. You put trapdoor on the back, just like so, and then signs on all the sides, just like this. Boom, and there's your little fire pit. But if you wanted to use it for the functionality's sake, you could actually, you know, do the fire, and if you wanted to, you could put the netherrack up one just like that. So yeah, that's a backyard idea, or just a little thing if you wanted to do that. But it's truly, you could do so many things with this. It's truly customizable. You don't even have to use the brick and, you know, clay textures. Like, you could do so many things. It's just up to you and your imagination. But if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Also, if you want to see the barn, put in the comments, just write, I want to see the barn. I'll most likely do it. I'll probably have it up, you know, by the end of this weekend maybe. I might even have it up next week. So keep an eye out for that. Yeah, right. If you have any ideas for what I should build, or try to build at least, put it in the comments, and yeah, send me your builds on Twitter. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like. It really means a lot to me. And have a great day, guys. Later.